Hello everybody, it's Mr. Hoop here from Westleaf Primary School. I hope you guys are all okay and I hope you're doing well at home. I hope home learning is going well. I also hope that you guys are staying fit and healthy and active at home. There's lots of opportunities with things like Joe Wicks and things like home workouts for you guys to be staying active. I also hope you're getting outside and getting some fresh air and going for walks with your family. In the meantime, we have a PE lesson for you today. And in our PE lesson, we're going to learn about the cardiovascular system. We're going to learn about how your heart and your lungs and your blood vessels work to transport oxygen around your body. Before we do that, we need to set up a safe space to work. So I have a challenge for you. You guys have 2 minutes to go and collect me 4 items from around your house. The first item I would like you to go and collect is a pair of socks. The second item I would like you to go and collect is a t-shirt. The third item I would like to go and collect is a pair of trousers or leggings. And the fourth item I would like you to go and collect is a jacket or a jumper. That is 1 pair of socks, 1 t-shirt, 1 pair of trousers, and a jacket or a jumper. You have 2 minutes to go and collect them, and your time starts now. That's brilliant, well done. Now using the equipment that you've collected, I need you to create a square that is going to give you a safe space to work in. So I need you to collect your pair of socks and place them down in front of you, and then pick up your t-shirt and scrunch it into a ball. I would like you to take 1 big step away from your pair of socks and place your t-shirt down. I would then like you to take another big step and collect your trousers and scrunch your trousers up into a ball and place them down by your foot. And then 1 more final big step where you're going to pick up your jumper or your jacket and you're going to scrunch that up into a little ball and place that down by your feet, creating a square for us to do our work in today. Around the outside of the square, always try and leave as much space as possible to make sure you're not going to collide with any of the furniture or any of the surroundings. Now obviously all of our homes are different and you might need to find the best space in your house to create the biggest square or the safest square that you can. I'm going to give you 1 minute to create your square. Your time starts now. So now we have a safe space to work in, we're ready to start today's lesson. As you guys know, we start every lesson with our warm-up, and our warm-up consists of 5 parts. The first part we remember with P-R-E, pulse raising exercise. The second part is a S, where we learn our stretches, and the third part is a S, where we learn our skills. P-R-E-S, press. We're going to do our pulse raising exercise now. I would like you guys to work along with me. We're going to do 3 minutes without stopping, and we should feel 5 different effects of exercise. Let's see if we can remember what those 5 different effects are by the end of our warm-up. Okay, our time starts now, and I'd like you to start with jogging on the spot. Nice and light to start. We're going to build our way into our lesson today. So 30 seconds jogging on the spot. We should start to feel some of those effects of exercise. I want you to think how much your body changes over the next 3 minutes and what different things you can feel happening to your body. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, can we go into star jumps? For our star jumps, we're going to go feet together, feet apart, feet together, feet apart, and try and get our hands to match our legs. Should improve your coordination skills, and we should be starting to feel some of the effects of exercise. 5 more seconds on star jumps. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, can we go for some high knees? So hands out in front of you, and want to try and bring our knees up to our hands. If we look at that sideways, our knees are coming up rather than our hands going down. So get those knees up nice and high, and you may be starting to feel some of those effects now. Maybe starting to feel a little bit warmer. Maybe starting to have your heart beating faster. You might even be breathing a little bit heavier and deeper. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, can we go for some ski jumps? So 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. I'm going to swap our feet. Front, back, front, back, front, back. And if you're quite confident with that, can we try and get our arms in as well? So opposite arm, opposite leg. Again, improving those coordination skills, but also getting ourselves ready for today's lesson. 10 more seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's go for some heel flicks. So hands by your bottom. I'm going to try and get those heels up towards your bottom. Flick, flick, flick. Try and be nice and light on your toes. And again, we should be starting to feel some of those effects of exercise now. So remember, this is just a warm-up. We're just preparing ourselves physically and mentally for the demands of our lesson today, but we should be starting to feel some of the effects of exercise. And 5 seconds more. 4, 3, 2, 1. And last one, a little bit more difficult. We're going to do some up down. So touching the floor, stretch to the sky. Touch the floor, stretch to the sky. And 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. And just for a little challenge, 10 seconds on the spot, fast as we can. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And stop there. Okay, we should be warm, we should be ready, and we should have now feel 5 different things that have changed in our body. The first thing you should feel is your heart is beating faster. The second thing you should feel is you are breathing heavier and deeper. The third thing you should feel is you should now start to feel a little bit hot and maybe even starting to sweat. The fourth thing that has changed is your appearance might have changed. You might start to have red rosy cheeks starting to appear, or you might even see little droplets of sweat appearing on your body. And the fifth thing that should happen is your brains should now be switched on and you should be ready for our lesson today. Okay, so moving on to the second part of our warm-up. And remember, we said pulse raising exercise, and our second part should be our stretches. It's important we stretch before every lesson to first of all reduce the risk of injury, and to secondly make our muscles a little bit more stretchy and a little bit more elastic. So I'd like you guys to copy me. I'd like you to start with your hands on your hips. I'd like to take you to chin and push your chin up towards the ceiling. We'll hold for 1, 2, 3, and then try and get your chin and dig it right into your neck. 1, 2, 3, up to the ceiling again. Really push it up this time. 1, 2, 3, and into your neck. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'd like you to look over your left shoulder, but try and keep the front of your body facing forward. 1, 2, 3, and then to your right shoulder. And back to your left. See if you can see what's happening behind you now without twisting your body. 1, 2, 3, and to the right. 1, 2, 3, and we'll just do a little neck roll. Chin to shoulder, chin to neck, chin to shoulder. Okay, let's try and get our arms warmed up now. So we're going to stretch our arms out like we're doing a front crawl at swimming. Try and do big long ones and try and get your biceps, that's this muscle here, to brush your ears as you go past. And let's try that backwards. Again, really stretch them out. Big long arms. And let's see if we can do 2 forwards at the same time then. Bit more tricky to touch your biceps on your ears now. But you should really feel those muscles in your shoulders stretching out. And backwards. Now you might feel your pectorals, that's this muscle here. As you take it back, pectorals really stretching out. So let's just take them pectorals a little bit further. So we're doing front and behind. Try and get your hands to cross over in front and see if you can get them to cross over behind. I'm sure some of you guys will be able to because I'm sure you're more flexible than me. Okay, hands on our hips. We're going to take our hips round in a circle. Try and do big ones, but keep your feet flat on the floor and try and keep your legs as straight as you can also. You should feel your abdominals stretching out. Maybe a little bit of our intercostal muscles. And maybe a little bit of our latissimus dorsi. So the muscle that we've learned on our back. And let's go the other way. Really push and stretch them out. We'll have a few forwards and backwards ones. A bit like Mr. Bean. Stretch out your belly, stretch out your back. And we'll try some side to side ones with a reach over the top and reach and reach. And this time we're really stretching out our intercostal muscles. Okay, let's work a little bit on our balance here. So 1 finger in your ear. Let's pick up our other leg. Find a spot on the floor and focus on it. And let's see if we can stretch out our quadriceps. Big, powerful muscle on the front of our thigh. And let's change. Finger in your ear. Pick up your other leg. Find a spot on the floor to focus. Stretch out your quadriceps. Okay, can we place 1 foot forward and 1 foot back? We're going to take our knee and try and push it past our front toe. But our back leg, we're going to try and keep nice and straight. And you should feel a stretch going all the way down our back leg here. So your hamstring and your gastrocnemius should feel those muscles stretching. And then let's swap. So we're going to step with the other foot. Knee forward, back leg nice and straight. And push that back heel into the floor if you can't quite feel it. And you should feel those muscles down the back of your leg stretching out. Okay, we'll go for another little gastrocnemius stretch and a hamstring stretch. We're going to do a little step. We're going to lift our toe up towards the sky, keeping our front leg nice and straight. We're going to bend our back knee and just feel like we're sitting down a little bit. You should feel this leg here really stretching out. Try and keep your back up as straight as you possibly can, but just use this knee to lean on. And let's swap. So baby step, toe up to the sky, leg nice and straight, front knee bendy. And we'll finish off with 1 more. So if you take a seat on the floor, try and get the soles of your feet to stick together. Pull those legs in nice and tight. And we're going to try and get our head down towards our toes or stretch our knees down towards the floor. Now I'm sure some of you guys are more flexible than me here, so you might even be able to get your head down to your toes and reach your hands out in front of you as far as you can. It's your chance to stretch and make sure we are loose and ready for today's lesson. Okay, so good job so far. That's the first 2 stages of our warm-up complete. We've done our pulse raising exercise and now we've done our stretches, okay? On the Westheath website, you guys will find under the PE section, under the sports section, our muscle song that goes, oh, trapezius, trapezius, deltoid, deltoid, biceps, biceps, triceps. I think you remember the one. Now what I would like you to do this week is I would like you to go and watch that song again. And I would like you to see if you could teach someone else in your household that song So I want to see if you can remember the different names of the muscles that we use when we exercise and the different names of the muscles that we stretch. That's a little challenge for you to complete at another point during this week. So the final part of our warm-up is our skill stage. For our skill stage, this is where I'd like to introduce your lesson objectives. Your lesson objectives today come in 3 parts. By now you guys are familiar with our head, heart and hands approach. Our head part is all about the things that you are meant to know and understand. Our hands part is all about the things that you are meant to do and then apply. And our heart part is all about our values and our attitude towards learning. Now for today, you have 4 objectives. 2 to do with your head, 1 to do with your hands, and 1 to do with your heart. Your first lesson objective is I would like you to know the pathway of air through the cardiovascular and through the cardiorespiratory system. The second lesson objective is I would like you to know how the air provides us energy to do our day-to-day tasks. The third part is a hands element, and I would like you to develop your cardiovascular endurance, the ability to use your heart, lungs and blood vessels for a long period of time without getting tired. And then the final part, I would like you to show determination today. So your heart element is our determination value. We want you to keep focused and keep going.